respected chair. I'm Steve Sprinkle, the Director of Field Education and Supervised Ministry at Bride Divinity School, Texas Christian University. I'm a resident here in Dallas and a user of the DART system. I'm also an ordained Baptist minister, having been ordained 32 years and counting. One of my themes, a theme that is central to the gospel of Jesus Christ, the gospel I serve, is that diversity is a part of God's design and creation. And economic opportunity is a tenet of practical Christianity. As some of these subjects seem to be in religious orders can achieve that, surely the DART Board can.
Mr. Chairman, members of the DART Board, my name is Chris Boone, and I was honored to serve on the Dallas City Council from 1991 to 1997. I would respectfully request that tonight to make very clear that DART's personnel policies include an anti-discrimination that includes gender identity and gender expression.
I am the Executive Director of the Transgender Education Network of Texas. We're a statewide advocacy group working to help the gender diverse population in our state. So obviously I'm here to speak about item number 17. I urge you strongly, as others will, to please add protections for gender identity and expression to your non-discrimination clause with no ambiguities. And I think I need to say that more than 2/3 of the Fortune 100 companies and more than half of the Fortune 1000 companies have extended protections based on gender identity and expression for their employees. They do this not because they feel compelled to by any other reason, well, for two reasons. Number one, it's the right thing to do from a humanitarian standpoint, but most important, it's the right thing to do from a business standpoint.
My name is Randall Terrell. I'm the Political Director for Equality Texas, and we are a statewide group that fights against discrimination based upon sexual orientation, gender identity, or expression. I'm from Austin. That's where I work. I'm essentially the gay lobbyist for the state of Texas. And we have been following with intense interest the development of DART's policies based on gender identity, seeking to include gender identity protection.
My name is Rebecca Solomon, and I'm here this evening on behalf of Human Rights Campaign, which is the nation's largest LGBT civil rights organization. My day job, by the way, is I am a Vice President and Senior Tax Officer with Bank of America. So I'm also here to speak on behalf of corporate America, amplify a point that's been made prior, and also happen to be a transgender American. So I speak from that viewpoint as well. And, I should say, a daily commuter on DART. And I want to appeal to your fiduciary obligation to do the right thing for the business that you're entrusted to run. Overcoming discrimination on the basis of gender identity in the workplace is a civil rights issue. But the most interesting part of that story is that this is a battle that hasn't been led, in this case, by the government, the federal government. It hasn't been led by the courts. In fact, the elimination of gender identity discrimination has been led by corporate America, the Fortune 500. It has been led by big business. And the reason why it has in this case is because they understand one primary thing, that removing discrimination is about good business. It is about being competitive in today's marketplace. Number one, in today's marketplace, you just cannot afford to lose qualified employees or have them not even consider employment with you. A recent national survey showed that 26% of transgender Americans have lost their job due to discrimination. 97% have responded that they've been harassed in the workplace. Now this survey only quantifies what transgender Americans know anecdotally, which is that we don't want to work someplace where we're going to be discriminated against, where we are fearful for losing our jobs, where we feel like we're going to be harassed. And I will tell you, I'm one of the best tax attorneys in the country. I am, and I don't mean to brag, but when it comes to fiduciary and estate tax law, I'm one of the best, and I've been coveted by many companies as well as large accounting firms. And the fact is, I work for Bank of America because of the policies that they have. And the welcoming atmosphere that they have and how much they enforce a meritocracy. This is not something that's new. This is all over you. around you, whether it's American Airlines, Southwest Airlines, Texas Instruments, so many employers in the Dallas area. Whenever you go to Target, Walgreens, when you're going to fill up gas at Shell, when you're going to JCPenney's, AT&T, FedEx, Chevron, Ford Motor Company, General Motors, Chase, you get your banking at Chase, at Bank of America. All of these companies offer protection on the basis of gender identity. This is something where you're not in the forefront. In fact, in this case, DART is lagging behind. And I ask you to do what's right for your business and follow the lead of corporate America in this case. Thank you for your time.
Mr. Chairman, honorable members of the DART Board, my name is John Loza. I served on the Dallas City Council from 1997 to 2005. I'm here to speak on behalf of agenda item number 17. And actually, the first thing I'd like to do is ask the LGBT members of the audience and our supporters to please stand. We are here tonight united as a community. And we are here tonight, we are both frustrated yet hopeful. We are frustrated because we are still the only major group in America against whom it is acceptable to discriminate. And that's why we were so concerned about the language that was added last week. You see, and you should know, that under federal law and under state law, it is still acceptable. It is not against the law to discriminate against members of our community. We are frustrated, but like I said, we are hopeful. We are hopeful that you have listened to our community. We are hopeful that you will do the right thing tonight. We're hopeful that you will change this policy to include gender identity and expression and to leave in place the protections that your predecessors so bravely enacted in 1995.
This is resolution number 950155. It is the intention of the DART Board to adopt language that unequivocally prohibit any discrimination against persons based upon the gender identity and the gender expression. Thank you.
I'll second.
Got a first and second. All for approval. Call the vote. All for approval according to the blue sheet. Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion passes unanimously.